Welcome back, guys, to another episode of Together We Can. I am your life coach, Brandon, where I'm here to help you face down your fears, gain some courage, and find some hope. So today's episode will not be a continuation of last week's episode where I started going through the three stages of success, which is I can, I will, and I am. In fact, it's just going to add to that because I feel like this topic will be vitally important in your ability to move forward through those stages. And what I'm talking about is forgiveness. Why is it important to be able to forgive? What does it feel like? What are the steps to forgiveness? And if you ask yourself how to actually forgive, well, you're in the right place because I'm going to talk about that today. So we all have those moments where we struggle to forgive. Something bad happened to us or someone treated us wrongly and we're told just forgive them and move on and let go, right? But no one that I've spoken to, or I won't say no one that I've spoken to, but a lot of people that I've noticed don't really know how to forgive. They say they forgive, but they don't actually go through the process of forgiveness. Now, forgiveness really is just the acceptance of events and the acceptance of things that happen to you, right? When you start to accept that you cannot change what happened, you can't change another person, you start the process of forgiveness. Now, the key word is process. It's not an event. It is a habit because you have to do it often. Oftentimes that we go through life and we have these events that hurt us or make us feel different, we struggle with forgiveness. So what is the process of forgiveness? How do you actually forgive? What does that look like? And let me tell you, it is painful sometimes. A lot of us don't like to forgive because we don't like to let go of past events. We identify with those past events and we identify with the pain that we felt with that. And that really creates like a victim mentality within us because we're like, oh, woe is me. If this hadn't happened, I wouldn't feel like this. If they hadn't treated me like this, I wouldn't feel like this. And that causes a lot of discomfort, a lot of pain within our spirits, within our mind. And then we end up acting out on behaviors that shows that we're in pain. And we give that pain to other people. So the process of forgiveness really is the acceptance of those things. I can't go back in time and change what I've done. I can't go back in time and change how other people felt or treated me, but I can forgive and accept the fact that they happened and that I can't do that and move forward, right? Forgiveness is respecting and understanding the humanness in all of our experiences. You are not alone in this. Everybody has pain. Everybody has been felt or has been treated indifferently or has some form of like understanding of what that pain is, and we tend to give that back to other people because we refuse to go through the process of forgiveness. Now, when you do forgive, it does feel like a weight has been lifted off of your shoulder. You don't feel burdened by past events and you can actually look ahead and move forward and progress in your own life. And let me tell you, forgiveness is not a sign of weakness. In fact, forgiveness is one of the ultimate expressions of love. You recognize that someone else has had events in their life that caused them to hurt you and it compounded through their own experience. And when you forgive someone, you're recognizing that they're only human and they're acting out on the same behaviors that you've acted out on before in your life. None of us is innocent in this. We all have treated people and treated ourselves with a lack of forgiveness, and we have hurt other people because of it. And if you look around in your daily lives, you start to notice how forgiveness could have been beneficial to you and how if you would have just forgiven or forgave a person, you would have moved forward and let it go, right? Let all of that go. It does not serve you. That pain does not serve you. It only makes things worse for yourself. So my fiance died of an overdose, and I will say that a lot of the things that I experienced pertain to how I treated him when he was alive, and on top of how he treated me as well. And during the process of grieving, I really had to reflect upon my choices and reflect upon my actions, because I was angry. I was sad. I didn't want to do anything with my life because I felt, how could he leave me in this way? How could this have happened? I blamed a lot of it on him, and he really didn't have any fault on that. I couldn't have stopped that, I know that now, but I didn't know then. But I did have to go through and process all of those things. And what that did was it allowed me to accept my actions and know that I can't go back and change that, but I can start living a life that I knew I could live back then, and I can start treating people exactly how I wanted them to treat me. Processing through the pain, processing through those past events, and accepting that they happened and that you can't do anything about them, you can't go back in time and change them, is really forgiveness. You see that throughout all of that, the love was still there. We just made bad choices. And there's nothing wrong with that. Each and every one of us makes bad choices. How those are experienced are unique unto the individual themselves, but each of us make bad choices. No one is really innocent in this. To heal, we have to forgive. We have to be able to move forward. How did this pertain to the 3 stages of success? Forgiveness and acceptance, again, go hand in hand. So when you're going through the steps in order to create a better life for yourself, things are going to happen that aren't in the plan. You're going to go through some things that might hurt. You're going to meet some people and learn some things about yourself and about them that you don't like. And what forgiveness does, and the practice of forgiveness, is it sets you up to learn how to accept those changes in your life. Life comes at you hard and fast the minute you decide to do something different with yourself. And to be able to navigate through that and to be able to continue going forward, you need to know how to first forgive yourself, forgive other people, and forgive the events that happened in your life. Acceptance. Accept all that there is now so that you will be able to accept what is to come. Now, when you finally start to, master the ability to forgive, you start to feel inherently different. Things don't bother you as much as they used to because you know how to move on and to let go. So it feels freeing, as if a shackle has been released from your leg. You can move forward and you can keep going. You can run free to do what it is that you want to do. So practice forgiveness in all things. Forgive yourself first. Forgive yourself first and foremost. Learn how to do that because, like I said, forgiveness is one of the ultimate expressions of love. So to forgive yourself in all of your actions, even if you are at fault or not, is really taking responsibility for your life and showing yourself how much you love yourself. I love myself to the point where I will forgive myself even when it's hard for me not to, because I know that pain and that anger does not serve me. It doesn't do me any good. And the only thing I'm going to end up doing when I refuse to forgive myself is act out on behaviors that's going to make the situation worse. So again, practice forgiveness in all areas of your life. It will do you so much good. If you really want to see a change in your life, an immediate change in your life, forgiveness is really where that starts. It's the acceptance of things. It's the acceptance of how you are. It's the acceptance of how everything else is. So you're not stuck in the past. You can be focused on the present so you can see your future. So I hope that my understanding of forgiveness and how I described it was helpful to you guys. I really just tried to use my experience and to give that back. I do know that we learn from watching other people, and if I can help stop or prevent someone else from going through the same pain that I went through, I am all for it. Next week, I do plan on releasing my next video with the 3 stages of success. That's going to be based on the I will stage, stage number 2. So if you're interested in that, please make sure to give a like and subscribe to my channel. And if you haven't watched it already, please watch the first part of the 3 Stages of Success series so that you can gain that understanding for yourself. I do enjoy doing this and I want to do this more and more. Again, I love helping other people. So thank you guys again for watching. Stay blessed and I'll see you next week.